Vengeance Touring 38L12, weighing 14,840, just rolled in here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. And wow. I felt like that chef, Emeril Lagasse. Every time I looked at something, I just kept going, bam, took it up a notch. Bam, took it up a notch. Bam! And it's just, everything I saw was a step better than anything I've ever seen before out of these guys. They just keep getting better. There's just no end to it. The big basement down here is something not all fifth wheel toy haulers have. You need that storage, guys. Now these tables right here, they can go in front of the big party sofa, the recliner sofa that you have inside. So you can have one table, two table. You can use it like a regular theater seat. You can use it like a dinette. You can use it like any combination thereof. This also has a sweet Bose sound system on it. They spend some good money on that sound system. So if you're an audiophile like I am, you like good sound, you know, this is actually a good message right here. These, when you see these latches, these are not slam latches. This is a compression latch. You're supposed to push on the door, it will click, and then it's locked. It's designed that way to make sure that it seals properly. These have an enclosed underbelly below the living area here. Keep in mind, you cannot enclose the underbelly under a garage area due to the fact that that would be a potential fire hazard with the fueling station. Though Vengeance does do a good job of adding extra insulation to the garage floor so that you do have you know, good weather control back there. This is a automotive painted nose cap. It's got, like, well, I mean, you can see my balding face in it. Look at this thing here, this big shiny dome. But this is the same paint right here that like you see on a car, basically. Look at that reflection. Literally mirror-like reflection. There are LED accents. I simply haven't clipped them on yet. The Trail Air pin box here, this is a big chunk of rubber. What that's doing for you is it's soaking up shocks and jolts before they get translated into your truck, so you don't get that herky-jerkiness. You don't run into that. The Awning 5500 generator down here, it is park friendly, so you can run that quietly, or it does run quietly rather. So you can actually, you know, use your RV in a park, out of the park. If you lose power, you're not going to wake up the neighbors. I mean, you know, everything. Like I said, bam! Man, the color scheme. Man, they took that up a notch. Oh my gosh, that is just the best looking version of this they've ever had out yet. All of the colors go well together, accents here, there, and everywhere, from tip to tail, top to bottom, inside and out. I am so impressed with the aesthetic improvements they've made on this, because the guts of the product is always good. It always performed well, and it's because of little smart stuff like this. We have a seal gripping slide wall. It's pulling that seal super tight so that you get a good seal, whether the slide is in or out. A little bit windy today. Hopefully the camera's not getting that up. We do have a fully enclosed docking center here. Not uncommon in this class, but I do like to talk about it when I see it. I do also like the fact that they finish off the bottom of these slides pretty darn nicely too. All windows open for cross breeze. Hold on, maybe you're not seeing that here. There we go. There's a window for you. They all open for cross breeze. Now that is your bedroom window up there. So you do get good airflow up in the bedroom as well. Oh, look at this little sneaky thing I just spotted over here. Extra little widgets and whiz bangs. Cool. Fueling station over here, that is, whoa, shoot, I want to say 40 gallons. Actually, it depends on how we have this equipped. It could be several different capacities, usually either 30 or 40. I need to check to see how this one's built before I go firing numbers off. This is a big girl. They do put a triple axle under it so that you do get good load equalization. That way you're not going to bury the front or the back of the rig going down the road. And just like you have that big EqualFlex pin box up front, that works in conjunction with your EqualFlex suspension found between all the wheels here. You see how it's kind of cocked on an angle? It's because the wheels are on uneven ground, but the RV's still riding level. The RV's still sitting here level. That's because these wheels can sort of like inchworm down the road, yet the RV stays level, so that again you don't go whack and you know, jerk yourself around in your truck. Frameless windows on your sidewalls because they're UV tinted and they look super sweet. Frameless windows, actually a neat thing about them too. You can use them in the rain because they open in a jowlery fashion, and secondly, they don't have that plastic perimeter that's going to get sun faded over time around them. Now, there are higher level trailers will often have better UV inhibitors in their plastics. That's not a guarantee though. And sitting here on a brand new lot, how can you tell? This is the only way I can guarantee. I know for a fact it's going to be clean like that. Of course, the patio party deck on here with the new step-up system, and this is nice. I will tell you, I always shoot people straight. It's not the lightest thing in the world because it's built like a rock. That thing is solid. So if you're a bigger fella like me, you're not going to have any problems like feeling like, oh, this little thing's going to get wobbly under me. That's never going to fall apart. It also locks in place on that tailgate so that it's not going anywhere. It's really sweet. The awning up here, this is a rear power awning. I did not open it all the way, so don't be like, oh wow, big deal, 18-inch awning. I just opened it enough so that I wouldn't forget to talk about it. And they have twin rigid floodlights up here. I don't know if you can see those. There you go. Those things are like, oh my god, bright when you flip them on. And again, no pedestals down here, though. I don't know of anyone that really uses pedestals anymore. That was like a first year thing they tried, and it didn't go over real well because it was kind of terrible. Oh yeah, the little table, this little indoor-outdoor table, you can float it between your garage, outside, like I have it here. It's super lightweight, it's easy to move around. Notice that both the front and rear doors have quad steps, so that first step isn't, you know, like 24 inches off the ground, so you gotta be a mountain climber or have big long legs like mine to get up there. What do we got? We actually have twin awnings. Normally Vengeances have a minimum 21-foot awning, because this has that big honking mid-slide, but she is a big girl. They went ahead and said, fine, we'll split it. We'll give you two awnings. That way you have a dedicated front and rear patio. Pretty cool. There is a little toy lock system down there, so that if you do have like a bike or golf cart unloaded at night, you can kind of weave that you know, aircraft cable through the wheel like rims, basically, so that you don't have, you know, your stuff leaving at night. The door here, let me think, I think this is a 3,000 pound load capacity, meaning 1,500 pounds in the up position, meaning way more than enough for 4 adults, even if you're on the bigger side, which, let's admit it, most of us are American size, like myself. I've got a little extra around the midsection. So you can have 4 people with a picnic table out here, enjoying some burgers and brats, maybe a beer, and just having a good old American time. And if you're from Canada, hey, welcome. So this has a very cool 3 seasons wall. Instead of just a roll down screen wall, you've got an actual hard wall enclosure, so you can turn this rear room from just a garage into a 3 seasons room. Now there are roll down velcroed like panels in here, so you can open that and just get some awesome breeze. Like on a day like today, you just get wind all over the place, or you can just open it right out of the way and get it right out of the way. Of course, you've got the Happy Jack bed lift with sofas below. When you're going down the road, these sofas can remain straight out and recess basically right under this bed so that you have maximum load width. And this is a 102-inch wide body toy hauler. Believe it or not, not everything in this class is wide body. There are some standard body 96-inch wide toy haulers still out there. That's a huge... People are like, well, why is that one less money? Because there's less of it. You can't put 2 fully dressed bikes next to each other in an 8 wide coach. You need 8.5 wide like this. Now these things can also flip down flush against the wall to give you maximum load height. So if you got like a big side-by-side with a roll bar or something, you're ace, man. There's no problem. I like the little accent they put up there too. That's sharp. Let's move it. Oh, before you get, this is dovetailed for easy loading, so you're not gonna, you know, bottom out your bike. And these things right here, these are drilled right through the tongue and groove plywood flooring. The screws are first, well, the screws are tapped, and then they remove the screws and pump it full of a glue called Sikaflex. This stuff is amazing. It's the stuff that holds, it's the same glue that holds your windshield in your car. You didn't even realize you already knew what this stuff is. It's that good. You ever have a windshield just fall out of a car? Chances are, probably not. I know I haven't. And you're not going to have one of those rip out either. 5,000 pound capacity on those. Indoor-outdoor rug we like to put in our Vengeance touring so that once again you can convert this into an extended second living room. Very awesome stuff. Looking up here, this is actually a 3 AC unit. What you do is the middle AC always runs, so you have a rocker switch. You can select front or rear to kind of control where you want your airflow going, daytime, nighttime, whatever time, anytime. Power outlets way up here, which might seem strange until you realize once the bed's down like this, they're right where you would want them for kids to plug in devices. It's genius. I've never seen anyone put them up there. Maybe someone else does. I don't know. I just haven't seen it. Moving in here, what else? Oh, there was one other, where'd it go? There it goes, sorry. You've got blackout, you know, just total blackout window covers here. So if you, let me pull this up. You want to block out the sun in here because you're sleeping, or you got a real nice fancy bike and you don't want any looky-loos nosing around. This is a perfect rig for something like that. Now this ladder is actually intended to get to the other side of the loft. I just left it here for demonstrational purposes. It works perfectly fine just like that. Kind of a little hidden control center up here on the bottom side of the cabinets. Now I love that all the switches are backlit, so you can always find them at night, and you'll find that through the entire coach. But you've got controls here for this awning that's right outside this door. This button goes to that awning back there, and this is your power bed lift. So it's just easy to operate. Everything's in one spot. You don't have to hunt around for switches. We get questions. If I had two hands, this would be much easier because I could actually unlock it. There we go. People, what is that? They ask that all the time. It's just a little hanging rack. If you have some extra shirts or something, you want to hang some things up. Just an extra little spot to do that. I've seen people use this 100 different ways, so use it however you want to, or just flip it up and leave it out of the way. TVs all over the place in this coach. You can put TVs inside, outside, well, in 3 different places. Inside, you can put them outside, you can put them everywhere. There's speaker selectors for your big Sony Explode 500 watt sound system here. These little brackets, by the way, are one of the areas those big Bose speakers can hook onto. Touch screen operation, super easy to use. Now, I like that they're keeping the diamond plate up high down here, because if it's any lower than that, then it's going to miss the foot pegs on your bike if you've got like a larger, you know, like a road glide or something like that. And this will keep you from scarring up your wall panels in case you get a little wobbly when you're slowing down. Now, you can go from here straight into the living area, but what's cool is this has a pass-through half bath right here. Not just a half bath, but you can also pass through here to get to your living room. And no, that's not a window. That's an optical illusion. That's a mirror reflecting this window over here. I had somebody look at one of the pictures I took once and go, how did they put a window right there? And they didn't. No one would want a window right in their bathroom. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and pass through here. You know why? Because we can. How cool is that? I'm going to walk up front and turn on some lights to shed some light on the situation. But before I do that, I do want to point out the indirect, just cool little accent light they got under the sofa. And while that does just look neat, it's actually really functional. If you wake up in the middle of the night, or somebody wakes up back there, you want to get to the fridge, bathroom, or something like that, it's the perfect little night light, and it's like a runway at an airport. It shows you exactly where you're headed. All your switches are on a control panel right here, right when you walk in the door. This thing has max height ceilings. The walls are vacuum laminated. We've got aluminum construction through the walls and whatnot. Plywood flooring, true walk-on roofing. This is made for long-term ownership. It's made to be used. It's made to be used a lot. It's not a casual camper's toy hauler. I mean, the lighting, the kitchen's gorgeous. We'll get there in a minute. But this up here is sweet. This is a wraparound loft bunk. So what's neat too is there's a privacy shade hidden back there, so you've got like a long bunk this way and a long bunk that way. If you don't need it for a loft bunk, it is the ultimate attic. It is the best place to keep big stuff stored out of the way. So here we've got an awesome big TV, and check this out. I mean, when you're sitting down, you are on Boardwalk and Park Place, buddy. You can just reach down here, grab the ripcord, kick your feet up. Even with long legs like mine and my dirty, gross shoes, you can just kick back and relax. You've always got a drink right close, whether it's a Long Island or a traditional iced tea variety. Whatever you want, you got it. Electric space heating fireplace down here with that faux stone surround is super popular, and that ties right into the kitchen we're going to see in a minute, but you don't have to burn up your propane, rather, to heat the RV. They've got a real cool dedicated entertainment system here. We've got the Samsung player right there, and this is Blu-ray, by the way, so it's, you know, you get high def. It'll obviously play normal DVDs. Big high def Samsung screen with the JBL soundbar. You've got an awesome in-house entertainment system going on right here. Let me spin it around. We're going to take a look at this big giant party couch. Now, first of all, this is like a 7.5 or 8 foot tall, I don't know, giant slide out. Tall enough that you're never going to hit your head. And it encompasses this big 4 recliner party couch. Now remember, with these little holes in the floor right here, remember those tables you saw in the underbelly? You can make this a dinette, a twin dinette, or just a big lounge like you see right here, any way you want to make it. And everybody gets their own little comfort space. Everyone gets to recline to their level of comfort. Big windows, which you can put in here since it's a big tall slide out. And check this out, all of the lights for the slides are located just right in the slide, so you don't have to go sniffing around looking for light switches. spin you around here real slow, try to give you well, when I'm not looking directly at the windows, that helps the camera. Got a bad habit of that. I'm telling you guys, it's not easy moving this camera around and not tripping around on stuff as we move. Solid surface countertops all the way around. Again, Vengeance Touring is loaded. I love this. I love these little power posts. Notice how the outlets are actually arranged in different angles too, so you can always plug those big fat AC adapters in there that stuff like, you know, pancake griddles come with. Pure storage. The island is just nothing but storage, and again, everything is plywood constructed so that it's made to be used, not fall apart. Hidden hinge cabinetry so that it has that sweet clean look. The other thing I like about hidden hinge cabinetry is the fact that, like, if this door pops open in transit, it closes itself. It's just less inclined to get busted and dinged up. So here is another slide set across from the main living slide. This is just pure kitchen awesomeness. Just all kinds of goodness going on here. We've got overhead storage. Now this is an easy thing for you guys to do. Take your hand, and this is called the stile, like one of these middle beams of a cabinet. Reach down here or up here where this board meets this board, and do you feel staples or screws? In a Vengeance Touring, you're going to feel screws because it's pocket screwed. This cabinetry is not going to wiggle loose and fall apart. And again, just all kinds of storage goodness everywhere. Big, roughly, I don't know, 23 cubic foot Whirlpool residential fridge in here. This does have a 1,000-watt inverter, so you can use it running down the road, no problem. Looking up here above your main cooking area, you see we do have a big Maxxair fan. There is a wall control switch for this, and it's actually located in the smartest spot. A lot of manufacturers have that fan up there, but they always locate the switch way over here. It's dumb. It's not where you're doing stuff. It needs to be over here where Vengeance figured it out. Now, the kitchen in this thing. How cool is the kitchen in this thing? It looks almost like it's got one of these like brick oven Italian pizza kitchens. I love this thing. What? I'm gonna get some nasty gram email from a true-blooded Italian. He's gonna be like, "You don't know anything about Italian. Shut up." But hey, you know what? I call him like I see him. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I need to actually go to Italy. Closest I've ever come is Olive Garden, and that's a travesty. Olive Garden's not bad, but it's not, you know, Italy. Anyway. Bigger 22-inch oven, recessed down so that we have a flush mount countertop to give you maximum counter space. So we have countertop, 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 countertop everywhere. 1, 2, 3 times the countertop. And again, drawer space all over the place. I love the look of that. I really do. Inside and outside. They've actually touched up their wood accents too. This is a newer update from last year as well. Gorgeous looking. I love this drawer. This is the utility drawer. This is where you're going to keep like your flashlight and your bug spray. That stuff you always forget because you can pop this door open, grab stuff, shut it, and not even have to track dirt inside and outside of the camper. Moving upstairs here, we have a sweet bathroom. We've got a big shower that, you know, you can actually sit down in, like if you need to sit to bathe or, you know, shave or anything like that. It is a full, what's neat, this is a recessed base right here. Like, they can't just set the shower pan directly on the floor. That's a code violation in the RV industry. So they actually recess all the plumbing down below this so that big guys like me, no headroom issues in here whatsoever. I don't need my head in the bubble. Now, when you're in here, it's also a good place to be able to look and notice that we've got a big linen cabinet built right in here as well. Notice that they didn't scale down on the woodwork. They didn't change the cabinetry or anything like that. Same as the kitchen, consistent through the whole RV. They don't do something in one area and not the other. This is neat. So this looks cool. Looks super sharp with this big mega mirror. But look at this. You got this little dial switch right here. And you've got a backlight in this little mother of pearl inlay. That's not the camera playing tricks on you. That's the little switch that I have here. Very, very cool. And you've got extra little utility closet right up here. By going with a 50-inch shower instead of a 60-inch shower, one of the things they were able to accomplish is giving you an additional like closet space here in the bedroom. If they went with the bigger shower, you would lose this. That, I think, is worth it. Opinions can vary, and that's why I've yet to find the one RV that suits everyone. You know, another thing I really like, and I just kind of became aware of it, there's like switches conveniently located for every single set of lights. The switches are in spots that make sense, and that's not always the case. This is really well thought out. It's well designed. You can tell it's not a first run product. This is something that they've listened to consumer feedback and they've really developed this thing into a monster. True 70 by 80 actual king mattress. King sheets will fit that. And remember, these windows do ventilate over here. There is that third air conditioner that you see up there. So once again, you can keep this thing just like an ice box in here if you want it to. Front 102-inch wall-to-wall, nothing but storage. With that sliding door over here, fully mirrored, both of them, by the way, so this looks extremely large and bright when they're both that way. I'm not gonna lie, I always keep it slid over so that you don't have to see me in the video, because, you know, I'm the ugliest thing in this RV, easily. Now, this over here, if you have a Combo-Matic washer dryer, you can put that down here. If you kill that shelf, you can put a stackable in there. They give you that option. They build it that way so that you have the choice. Huge dresser down here, tons of space, and I love the big window right over there. And again, extra TV above. There's TVs all over in this thing, because this is not camping. The Vengeance Touring is not a camper. This is an RV. There is a difference. And many would argue that this is probably flirting on the realm of glamping. Not just camping, but glamping. And glamping is when you have to hold your pinky finger up when you drink things. Nothing wrong with that. Just different. Anyway, thank you for listening to me yammer on for a while. And I'm not feigning this, guys. This is true enthusiasm. I've seen this product from day one. We were a Vengeance dealer when they first debuted, and we've seen them through a lot, and it just keeps getting better. And they are the #1 selling toy hauler in Michigan. There's only a few dealers out there in Michigan. We are one of them. We do a tremendous job with these. They do a tremendous job for us, and I am very impressed. They just keep getting better. Give us a call, learn more. 800-256-5196, Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care, stay safe. Happy camping, everybody.